is a ternary diagram. You can see it has three axes that form a triangle. The bottom axis is the percent sand of that particular sample. It increases from right to left. So you'll see it goes 10%, 20%, up to 100. The left axis is the percent clay. It increases from bottom to top. And the right axis is the percent silt. It increases from top to bottom. Within this triangle of these different soil texture classifications, you can see there's a bunch of names and bounded out areas. Each of these represents one of the 12 different soil texture classifications identified in the United States by the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So what I want to do is two examples to show you how to plot something on this ternary diagram, and hopefully once you've seen those two, you'll be a bit of an expert yourself. So example number one, we'll just call it sample A. I've got the three particle sizes of 10% sand, 60% silt, and 30% clay in this one soil sample. Before you do any plotting, it's always a good idea to make sure that the three percentages add up to 100%. In this case, they do. And now we'll go ahead and plot them on that ternary diagram. So the first one we'll do is the sand content. So 10% sand. That's this bottom axis right here. I'm going to go ahead and just highlight that that's the percent sand. Remember, it increases from right to left, so there's the 0% sand, there's the 10%, so this line right here represents all points that have a soil texture of 10% sand. Second particle size is 60% silt. Do a different color. Percent silt is on the right-hand side. I'll highlight that there. We want 60% silt. It increases from top to bottom. So there's the 60% line right there. I'll highlight that one for you. And right now, where these two actually intersect, you should be able to tell what that soil texture classification is already. However, I always recommend to check the third one to make sure it does plot in the proper point. And the last one is the 30% clay. So use a different color for that. The clay percentages are on the left-hand side. I'll highlight the clay. We want 30%. That would be that line right there. And if I highlight that line, all three of them do intersect at one single point. That one single point sits within the boundary of a soil texture classification that would be identified by the USDA as being a silty clay loam. Now, when you do these yourself, you don't have to do highlighting on there or actually draw lines. I'm just doing it so you can go ahead and see how they're plotted. So there's our first example. I think one more, and I hope you'll be comfortable doing it on your own. Second example. New ternary diagram, new sample. So we'll call this one sample B. It has 60% sand, 10% silt, and 30% clay. So let's do that one. We'll do the sand first. Again, the sand is along the bottom axis. Increases from right to left. There's the 60% sand right there on that line. Highlighted it. The second particle size is the 10% silt. We're looking for 10% silt. Here's the silt axis. 10%, there's the 10% line. I'll highlight that line. And like I said earlier, where those two intersect, we're really good right now probably on knowing what that soil texture classification is, but it doesn't hurt to check the third one just to be sure, and that is 30% clay. So now we'll plot that one on there. 30% clay. There's the clay axis, by the way. And there's the 30% line for the clay. And I go across there. And again, it doesn't matter what's happening out here where these lines are. It's all about where the three lines intersect. It indicates what that soil texture classification